They came with cameras, with wide eyes and open hearts, hoping for color, culture, maybe a little chaos, but only the kind that looks good in pictures. But Nigeria doesn't play by the rules of a postcard. It's not the kind of place that waits for you to catch your breath. From the moment you land, it grabs you by the collar and pulls you straight into the storm. The airport is noise and heat and hands trying to help, hands trying to take. The traffic doesn't flow. It fights. And the moment you think you've figured it out, it shifts again. One wrong gesture can be an insult. One wrong outfit can draw a crowd. One wrong conversation, and suddenly you're a target. You think you're visiting, but Nigeria is watching you, testing you. It's a place where smiles can warm your soul, or hide a scam. Where power outages happen mid-sentence. Where money talks louder than rules. And where time bends to its own rhythm. You'll see things that shake you. People dancing through hardship. Markets bursting with life. Weddings that feel like carnivals. Streets that never sleep. Children playing under sunsets so beautiful you'll forget where you are, until the generator roars back to life. Some travelers call it overwhelming. Others call it real. But no one leaves unchanged. Because Nigeria doesn't just show you who it is, it shows you who you are. These are the 7 truths no one ever tells you. The things foreigners learn the hard way, when it's already too late. And if you're thinking about visiting, you need to hear this first. You've heard the headlines. You've seen the viral clips. But what you're about to hear is what doesn't make it to the travel blogs. This is what foreigners really face when they step into Nigeria without knowing what's coming. I'm talking about the taxi rides that turn into traps. Friendly strangers who vanish the moment your wallet does. And rules so deeply cultural, breaking them could get you kicked out of a wedding, a market, or even a sacred place. There are places in Nigeria where the wrong word can spark anger, where time runs different, where your foreign face can open doors, or set you up for failure. But I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to prepare you. Because once you understand how this country moves, you won't just survive your trip. You'll actually enjoy it. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 7 shocking truths. Things most travelers only learn after it's too late. And believe me, number 7 has saved more than one visitor from a complete disaster. Stay with me. This could change the way you experience Nigeria forever. Let's dive in. Before you even get your passport stamped, you'll know. The air feels heavier. Not just because of the heat, but because of everything happening around you. You step off the plane and suddenly it's loud. People are moving in every direction, talking fast, some shouting, others staring. Your eyes dart around, trying to understand what's going on, but your body's already sweating. Welcome to Lagos. Or Abuja. Either way, it's game on. You make it to baggage claim, and that's when it starts. Men in plain clothes, no uniforms, no ID tags, rushing toward you with big smiles and empty trolleys. Let me help you. This way, boss. Where are you staying? They grab your bag before you even say yes. And once they will at 5 steps, they want money. Some are real porters. Most are not. And if you don't pay, or try to take your bag back, things can get tense. Fast. And you haven't even left the airport yet. Next comes the taxi trap. Drivers surround you, all claiming they work with the airport, all saying their price is the best. You say no. They follow. You say yes, and realize too late that the car isn't official, the driver doesn't know your hotel, and the price just doubled. It's loud. It's sweaty. It's confusing. And if you're not calm or prepared, this first 10 minutes can shake you to your core. But here's the truth. It's also completely avoidable. Book a hotel that offers airport pickup. Use apps like Bolt or Uber. Yes, they work in Nigeria. Or go directly to the official airport taxi stand. No shortcuts, no helpers, no random guys grabbing your stuff. Because in Nigeria, your trip doesn't start when you leave the airport. It starts the moment you touch down. And that's just your first 10 minutes in Nigeria. Wait till you see what happens when you ask for the time and get handed a completely different clock. You make a plan. A simple one. Meet at 2 p.m. You're ready. You show up on time. And then you wait. By 2:30, you're checking your phone. By 3 p.m., you're annoyed. By 4, you're wondering if you were stood up. And just when you're about to leave, they stroll in smiling like nothing happened. No apology. No explanation. Just, sorry, small delay. You know now. Asterisk, but here's the thing. They're not being rude. They're not trying to disrespect you. You've just encountered something every traveler to Nigeria meets eventually. African time. In Nigeria, time doesn't tick the way you're used to. It bends. It slides. It stretches. I'm coming might mean they're in traffic, or just got out of bed, or still brushing their teeth, or they simply forgot. Meetings are scheduled, but rarely start on time. Appointments get pushed without warning. And public events. Oh, you might want to bring a snack. Weddings that say 10 a.m. can start at 3. A concert that says 6 p.m.? You're lucky if it begins by 9. It's frustrating, especially if you come from a country where time is strict, where a 5-minute delay requires a text, where being late is disrespectful. In Nigeria, it's different. Time is flexible. Life gets in the way. Power goes out. Roads flood. Someone's uncle shows up unexpectedly. And people just adjust. It doesn't mean people don't care. It means they've learned to live inside chaos, to flow with the unexpected. If you want to survive and keep your sanity, you have to adapt too. Don't schedule your whole day around one plan. Don't panic when someone says, "I'm close," and they're clearly not. Just know, now might mean later. Soon might mean hours. And "I'm on my way," they probably haven't left the house. It might feel like a joke at first, but the deeper truth is this. In a country where nothing runs perfectly, people stopped expecting perfection. So they stopped rushing and started focusing on being present, not just punctual. Still want to see what African time really feels like? Wait until you attend a wedding that starts 5 hours late and still lasts until midnight. Truth 3 is the one that makes some tourists go home early. It's not what you eat, it's how you eat it. And who's watching? Lagos will fool you, if you let it. It comes alive the moment you step outside. Streets buzzing with people, colors exploding in every direction, music bouncing off the walls. You feel alive. You feel welcomed. And then someone smiles. "My brother, welcome." Oyinbo, you're enjoying Nigeria? Let me help you. It feels good. Friendly. And after all the stress of the airport, it's what you needed. But here's the truth. That smile could cost you. In Nigeria, especially in Lagos, everyone's got a hustle. And many of them start with kindness. Fake kindness. It's not the yelling you need to fear. It's the man who speaks softly, who walks beside you, who says, "Don't worry, I know a shortcut." That's the one you should worry about. He'll offer to help you find a SIM card, or a taxi, or a hotel. He says he knows a guy. And for a small connection fee, he'll sort you out. You might feel like you're saving time, but you're actually being watched. As soon as you pull out your wallet, the game begins. Sometimes it's harmless. You overpay for a cheap souvenir, or pay twice for a service that should have been free. But sometimes it's worse. You follow someone down a street that looks safe. You enter a shop that's just around the corner. And by the time you realize what's happening, you're surrounded, pressured, or worse, alone with no way out. The most common one, the taxi switch. A friendly guy walks you to a car. He puts your bag in the trunk, talks sweet to you, then disappears. The driver, who seemed calm a minute ago, suddenly changes his tone. Now he's saying the price you agreed on was only for entry. And you're in his car, with your bag locked in the trunk. And you're not going anywhere until you pay more. Yes, Nigerians are warm, but not everyone who greets you is your friend. Scams in Nigeria aren't always loud or aggressive. They're smart, smooth, and almost always start with a smile. Tourists often make the same mistake. They confuse charm for trust. One traveler, from the US, landed in Lagos excited, full of hope. Within 3 hours, he had already lost $500. Why? He accepted help from a man outside the airport, smiled, followed, and handed over his money, without ever knowing what he was paying for. So here's what you do. Keep your guard up, even if someone seems nice. If you didn't ask for help, don't accept it. If they're too eager, too friendly, too fast, walk away. Say no thank you, firmly, and keep moving. And when in doubt, trust your gut. It's better to seem rude than to get robbed. Because in Nigeria, not every danger looks dangerous. Sometimes it looks like a smile. Up next, Truth 4. There's one place in Nigeria where even locals follow strict rules. And if you break them, even by accident, the result isn't just embarrassment. It could land you in serious trouble. You arrive in Nigeria thinking everything's fine. You've got your bank card. It's international. It works back home. And of course, it should work here too, right? Wrong. In Nigeria, you could be standing in front of an ATM with enough money in your account to buy the machine itself, and still walk away with nothing. It starts slowly. You find an ATM. It looks fine. You insert your card. The screen says, "Processing. Please wait." You wait. And wait. Then it says, "Connection error." And then it goes dark. You look around. The bank lights are flickering. You hear someone say it under their breath. "Nipa don take light." Translation? The power just went out. Now you're stuck. No cash. Your card is still inside. The security guard shrugs. You fit come back tomorrow. You try a second ATM. Different bank. This one is powered. You insert your card. You try to withdraw 20,000 Nigerian nairas. It says, "Transaction approved." But nothing comes out. No sound. No receipt. Just a flashing screen that tells you to remove your card. You check your bank app. The money is gone. You try to stay calm. You walk into the bank. They give you a form. They say it'll be reversed in 7 to 14 working days. But you don't have 7 days. You need cash now. And this is just the beginning. Because even if the ATM works, there's something else lurking behind the screen. Card cloning. Tiny skimming devices. Cameras hidden inside the machine. All designed to copy your card details without you ever knowing. And when you finally get your card back, everything seems okay. Until you wake up 2 days later and see a withdrawal in a part of the country you've never visited. It's real. It happens often. And it doesn't care where you're from. So what do? You adapt. Because in Nigeria, you don't trust the system. You work around it. You carry cash. Always. In your front pocket. In your sock. In a hidden pouch. Anywhere but all in one place. You learn to avoid the ATMs when the sun goes down. You avoid the ones that look too quiet. And you never, ever, insert your card if something feels off. Instead, you find the local POS agent, those guys with small kiosks and handheld card readers. They're on nearly every street. They swipe your card and hand you cash. But even that comes with a catch. Some charge a small fee. Reasonable. Fair. Others, especially when they see you're foreign, they charge 3%, 5%, even 10%, just to hand you your own money. And if you don't know better, you'll pay it. You'll think it's normal. But it's not. It's survival business. And in Nigeria, survival is the economy. So here's what they won't tell you on travel blogs. Don't rely on your card. Don't expect working ATMs. And don't expect sympathy when the system fails you. Because here, you are your own backup plan. And that's why cash isn't just king in Nigeria. It's your lifeline. Coming up next, Truth 5. When the lights go out in Nigeria. It's not a joke. It's a reality that hits everyone, from the poorest street vendor to the richest CEO. You're lying on your bed. The fan is spinning slowly overhead. The air is thick, but manageable. You're watching a movie, finally starting to relax after a long, exhausting day in Nigeria. And then it happens. Boom. Darkness. Everything shuts down. The screen goes black. The fan stops. The AC coughs once, then dies. It's silent now, except for the mosquitoes, already starting to whisper in your ear. You think it's a glitch. Maybe the fuse tripped. Maybe it's just your room. But no. Step outside and the whole street is dark. People are lighting candles. Someone shouts, "Nipa don take light." A small laugh ripples through the neighborhood. No one is shocked. No one is panicking. Because in Nigeria, this is normal. Power goes. Power comes. Sometimes 5 times in one night. Sometimes not at all for days. They call it Nipa. It used to stand for the National Electric Power Authority. Now it's just a joke. A ghost. A name that people shout, not with hope, but with sarcasm. And when the lights do come back on, there's a phrase that echoes across every home. Up Nipa! Children scream it. Adults clap. It's half celebration, half disbelief. Because you never know how long the light will stay. You could be halfway through a Zoom call, and gone. Cooking dinner, gone. Charging your phone, gone. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. In the middle of the city or out in the village. Everyone deals with it. So, what do Nigerians do? They adapt. Generators are everywhere. Small ones. Big ones. You'll hear the low rumble of diesel engines from every building once night falls. But they cost money. Fuel isn't cheap. And not every place will run a generator all night, or at all. Some places use inverters, some use candles. Some just wait in the dark. And if you're a traveler, you need to be ready. Bring power banks. Bring 2. Solar chargers if you can. Flashlights. Extra batteries. Because your phone isn't just a phone in Nigeria, it's your lifeline. Your translator. Your map. Your connection to the world. Without it, you're not just in the dark. You're blind. And the scariest part? The light could go out at the worst possible moment. Like when you're walking back to your hotel. Or alone in a room. Or halfway through an ATM withdrawal. Or standing in an elevator. So don't laugh when someone says, "We only have 4 hours of light a day." That's not an exaggeration. That's real life. This is not just an inconvenience, it's a way of life. And if you come unprepared, you'll learn the hard way. Because in Nigeria, the lights don't ask permission before they leave. They just go. And you better be ready. Up next, Truth 6. Nigeria's traffic might look like normal chaos. But when you try to cross the street, you'll realize nothing here moves the way you expect. It's a normal day. You're walking through a local market. The sun is hot, the road is dusty, and the air smells like roasted corn and sweat. You're dressed for the weather, tank top, shorts, sunglasses. You smile at the people passing by. A few smile back. But then something changes. You hear someone mutter something behind you. Another points. A woman frowns. The smiles fade. You start to feel it. The air shifts. Then someone shouts. "Cover yourself." You day mad? You don't understand the words, but you understand the tone. And now people are staring. Some are laughing. Some are shaking their heads. A few are already pulling out their phones. And just like that, you're no longer the friendly tourist. You're the disrespectful foreigner who didn't know the rules. In Nigeria, you don't need to break the law to offend someone. You just need to break the culture. And here's the scary part. You might not even know you're doing it. A joke about religion. A casual comment about politics. A gesture that means peace in your country, but means insult here. A pair of shorts in the wrong neighborhood. The lines are invisible. The rules are unspoken. But the consequences? They're very real. Nigeria is home to over 250 ethnic groups. Dozens of languages. Deep-rooted traditions. And in many places, culture comes before comfort. You're not just a visitor here. You're entering someone else's sacred space. In the cities like Lagos or Abuja, people might overlook it. They might roll their eyes and move on. But go outside the city, to smaller towns, rural areas, conservative markets, and the rules tighten. What you wear matters. What you say matters. Even how you greet someone can open or close doors. In many parts of Nigeria, respect for elders isn't a choice, it's a lifestyle. You don't talk while an older person is speaking. You don't greet with your left hand. You don't call an elder by their first name. And if you ignore these customs, you won't get arrested, but you will get disrespected. Or worse, embarrassed publicly. There's a story of a young woman from overseas. She was kind, curious. She came to learn. But one day, she wore a sleeveless top and shorts into a local village market. Within minutes, a group of traders began shouting. One man threw a wrapper at her and said, "Cover yourself." Another woman dragged her by the wrist. She ran, terrified, confused. She didn't mean to offend anyone, but she did, and the experience stayed with her forever. So here's what you need to know. Dress modestly, especially outside the city. Avoid sensitive topics like religion or politics. Greet elders with good morning or good afternoon, not just hi. And never assume that what's okay in your culture is okay here. Because in Nigeria, respect isn't earned, it's expected. And the moment you forget that, the crowd will remind you. Coming up next, Truth 7. It's one thing to visit Nigeria, but if you stay long enough, something strange happens. You start to change. There comes a moment, it's different for everyone, when you ask yourself, why did I come here? Maybe it's in the back seat of a taxi stuck in traffic for 2 hours, or the 5th time the power cuts while you're sweating through your shirt. Maybe it's when your card fails again, or when you get scammed and have no one to call. You sit on the edge of your hotel bed, staring at the ceiling fan that's no longer spinning, and you think, this country is too much. Too loud, too fast, too confusing. Too hard. You consider changing your ticket. You even check the next flight out. But then something happens. Not big, not loud, just something small. A little boy smiles at you on the street. He doesn't ask for money. He just says, welcome. A market woman sees you sweating and hands you a cold bottle of water, free of charge. A stranger laughs with you, not at you, when you mess up their language. You sit under the shade of a mango tree. And for the first time, you're not thinking about what's broken. You're thinking about what's alive. Nigeria will do this to you. It will test you, break you, strip away your comfort, your routine, your control. But in the middle of all that noise, you'll feel something else. Soul, not the polished kind, the raw kind, real, loud, untamed. The kind of soul that dances even when things aren't perfect. The kind that sings in traffic, that prays out loud, that gives thanks for food, even when it's just rice and pepper. You'll hear it in the drums at a wedding. You'll taste it in the smoky flavor of jollof rice cooked over firewood. You'll see it in the eyes of people who have less than you, but somehow smile more. It won't make sense at first. It'll frustrate you. It'll humble you. But slowly you'll stop fighting it. You'll learn to laugh louder, to wait with patience, to eat with your hands, to greet strangers, to live, not just plan. That's when Nigeria stops being a trip and starts becoming a memory. The kind you feel in your chest. The kind you carry in your bones. Because you came here thinking you were just visiting. But you leave different, whether you want to or not. And that is the final truth. Nigeria doesn't just change your perspective. It changes you. If this opened your eyes, if it made you think twice before boarding that plane, then hit that subscribe button. Because this is just the beginning. Already been to Nigeria? What shocked you the most? Was it the food? The traffic? Or the way a stranger can go from kind to cold? In seconds? Share it in the comments. Let someone else learn from your story. And whatever you do, don't miss our next episode.